Hello, my beautiful, gorgeous friends. I'm your friend Kevin. I'm glad you're here. Welcome to this space. And I'm also here with my friend Freddie the Teddy and his little friend. I don't know if you can see him right there in his lap. Uh, um, oh Lord, I forgot. Rufus is the dog. He's gone. Anyway, doesn't matter. Patrick the bear. There you go. I swear. Anyway, we got a lot to get to. This is the Wednesday, the 16th of August, 2023. We're on a new moon as of 5:38 Eastern time this morning. So it's going to be middle of the night if you're in California, and already happening if you're in Sydney, London, all those good things. But I want to bring your attention to something that I just caught in the camera here. If you look up over my left, this shoulder, which should be on left, see right there in that corner, this little green glow that's sparkling. It's like a fairy, a shard of sparkly green. It to me reminds me of there is an energy and an entity just in here bringing that bright, new, shiny stuff. When I turn around and I look straight at the reflection in that painting by the wonderful Jennifer Hawkyard, it isn't there. So I just love magical things like that. Anyway, we're going to get to your card of the day, so let's go. Right, so I went to bed super early last night and obviously got up super early. And what was on my mind as I was waking up was this idea that we have to sort of vibrate with the 440 megahertz music. And so I found a meditation video, and then it was talking about how we're supposed to play music at the 432 megahertz. I'm thinking, oh, this is sort of interesting. But I let the music play while I went about my business, and it was quite delightful. So I had a lovely meditation, impromptu, but I'm digressing. We have the Justice card, Archangel Raguel, with us all week, number 8, and this is from the Archangel Power Tarot Deck by Radley Valentine, and we are using all week Wisdom of the Hidden Realms Oracle cards by the wonderful Colette Baron Reed. I did my little isms this morning, and these are 3 fresh ones that I just asked for the isms to come, and they came. And the brighter I shine, the lighter I get. I expect all my good intentions to manifest perfectly. Now, this is a little bit of an uptake on another one that I found a long time ago, but I like this one better. I expect all my good intentions to manifest perfectly. We have to expect what we want to have happen. And my lift is a gift I am happy to share. When you lift yourself and you lift others. So let's get right to the card and see how it plays into what we got going on. Let me see. Here we go. Queens and princes, angels and beings, fairies from the other realms. Let there be wisdom, let there be light. Let me be challenged to open my sight. Let no harm ever be done. And remember, all life is one. With truth and with heart, may the highest be done, and all realms be healed under the sun. Show me only my highest good and the highest good of others, and for the highest good may it all be done. Blessed be. Amen. Who is coming to say hello today? We have the Wise Woman of Wonderland for the 2nd time this week. All right then, my dear, I hear her saying, if she were a person, sitting on her little toadstool or whatever that is, mushroom, with her rabbit. And I'm going to probably say, the Wise Woman of Wonderland, you got to think of Alice going down the rabbit hole, and here she is sitting there. This is talking about integrity and compromise. So how are we getting 2 days later discussing integrity and compromise. It seems to be an ongoing theme. So I'm going to ask, where are we experiencing challenges with compromise? And to me, when we're being encouraged to reach a compromise, it is as if we want something so badly enough that we're pushing, shoving, trying to get the point across in such a way that it is as if the fear of not being heard, seen, or listened to takes over. And that is another little naughty trick that the ego brings in. Anytime we have fear, the fear of not being heard, the fear of not being seen, the fear of not being accepted, not being loved, not being understood, all of those things that, let's face it, people, we are all experiencing that probably right now. Everybody's got talking heads. Have you ever been in a room of crowded people and no one's really listening to each other? They're all speaking at the same time and no one's listening. You almost want to put your fingers in your ears and scrunch your eyes shut and say, would you please stop? So this is where the integrity comes into play. For me personally, I like to find, when am I doing this and why am I doing this and what's so important for me to act in this way, which is the ego, which is the fear. And I could get to the part of, what does my higher self want me to know about the fear I'm experiencing right now? What does my higher self want me to know about the fear that I'm experiencing right now? What does my higher self want me to know about the fear that I'm experiencing right now? Because all our misbehavior, it isn't that we are bad people, but we do miss the right kind of behavior. We do miss the integrity in our behavior. We do miss the way forward, the right way forward, which is why they call it misbehaving. It isn't right. It isn't quite for your highest good. But because we've interpreted it from teachers and parents and people who raised us as children, stop misbehaving, stop this, stop that, and it usually came with some punishment. There is no punishment here, only that we're aware of that out of integrity, out of alignment, out of truth, out of our highest good, that we have to sort of somewhat compromise. And I find myself speaking, the greatest way that I find myself back to being in integrity and back to compromisation is learning this compromise thing. I usually say to folks I have been a little overbearing with, I'm sorry, I am trying to make a point in this instance, and I feel as if I probably should listen to a different point of view or understand why my point of view is so important. I can probably answer that question. It's because the fear is telling us wrongfully a little lie, which is wrong, that somehow what we're looking to do, say, believe, or share won't happen. What we're looking to get, what we're looking to achieve, who we're looking to be at the end of this is not going to happen. Well, yeah, maybe that's the truth. Maybe that is what it won't happen. It's not going to happen. And here's the other caveat of it. The ego wants to keep us safe. The ego does not want us to grow, doesn't want us to learn, doesn't want us to move forward, doesn't want us to be better than what we are. I don't know why. We have to have this balance. So Archangel Raguel comes in and says, fight for the justice and equanimity. And then it says, rulings will be made in your favor, so don't give up. But the Wise Woman of Wonderland is saying, yeah, I'm not telling you to give up, but I'm telling you to be a little bit more discerning and compromise and use your words of integrity to get your point across. Sometimes when we want to influence other people, there is this idea that we have to be demonstrative or loud or somehow make a lot of noise. And indeed, you know, you've heard that saying, the squeaky wheel always gets the oil, and it's usually a few people that make a lot of noise that gets everybody's attention. That's not necessarily the way to go, but anyway, I digress. Let's look at this new moon energy a little bit more. I'm going to pull this up here so you can see me. I've got this fabulous book by Yasmin Boland, and some of my friends in the School of Magical Mysteries and Learning, for which I love being a student, have studied with Yasmin, taken her courses on moons and phases of the moons just to understand the cycles. And it really does make sense. So the key words for this month, and I'll share it with you before I let you go, is destiny's calling you, take action, efforts pay off. But the biggest thing that I got from this is shine, 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 shine bright like a diamond. Just shine bright. And this new moon is about bringing in that shining, bringing in that light, bringing in that love. Now, here's a little piece I want to share with you that perhaps many people aren't quite aware of. Right before a new moon, we have a dark moon. It's normally 24 to 48 hours from the end of the last moon cycle before the new moon cycle picks up. And during those little hours, that small brief time, not a whole lot can be achieved, not a whole lot can happen. In astrological terms, it's almost as if it's an astrological weekend, an astrological rest. There's no influences, there's not much going on, but you can still do a little bit of work. The other part I want to share with you is things can seem a little bit weird, off, different. We can be a little moody. We can be a little, irritated. We can get our wires somewhat crossed and twisted. Misunderstandings, insecurities popping up. The mind filling up with mess and that kind of energy. This explains why Wise Woman of Wonderland is basically coming in. She popped in on Monday and she's popping in again today, reminding us that that dark moon energy, we got to do some compromising if perhaps we made some mistakes, taking something for granted, not being grateful, all those kind of things, right? So real quickly, and then I got to let you go because this is getting tick, 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 boom. It could be a bit bumpy ride for the new moon. If you like to work with the dark moon, then make sure you do it this month. The dark moon is not strictly astrological, and it takes place right before the new moon. We just got through saying that. One thing, this new moon is taking place in the shiny sign of Leo. That's already a good thing because Leo is the sign that loves to live large. And we'll be feeling it regardless of which sign we actually are. Now, my ascendant is in Leo, so you better believe I'm going to be doing something living large. Let's see. Nothing really much else to the new moon. As with the most recent full moon, note that loving and abundant Venus is still in one of her rare retrograde phases. It's time to reconsider what matters to you the most. And soon it will be time to take action on that. The other little nugget, I love Yasmin with her little nuggets and her little bits and pieces in this diary, is don't let pride trip you up. Don't let the idea of, I'm too proud to do that, I'm just not doing that. Don't let that trip you up. All right, my friends, listen. Thanks for liking. Thanks for subscribing. And smashing the bell. When you smash that bell, all these new videos pop up. That's all I got to say. Share it, share it, share it, share it. We got to get these words out there. And I love your comments. See you tomorrow. Bye.